Hey Feral family, it is Monday, May 4th, and I'm here with your Feral 45 at-home workout. As always, we'll start with 5 minutes of warm-up. Here's what we're going to do. 5 sets of 20 seconds on and 10 seconds off of 2 movements. Movement number 1, we're just going to grab a single dumbbell, do a single dumbbell strict press. Depending on the weight, if it's really heavy, you can just hold it with both hands and strict press it. If it's light, you can alternate back and forth between each arm, doing a single dumbbell strict press, 20 seconds and then 10 seconds of rest. Then we'll alternate and do mountain climbers. So the mountain climber is the plank position, keeping that butt down and then driving those knees up to my chest. You're going to want to get that butt up as you tire. You're going to have to fight down with the rear end in order to stay in plank and a straight line. We're going to go back and forth, 5 full sets of both movements, 20 seconds on, 10 seconds off. That's going to end up taking us 5 minutes. Should be nice and warm by the end of that. Now, we're going to move into our strength. Strength for today, we have a 2-minute AMRAP and push-ups. We're going to do 10 minutes of work in the middle, and then we're going to do a 2-minute AMRAP of push-ups at the end. So, an AMRAP has as many rounds and reps as possible in 2 minutes. We're going to do max push-ups. So the push-up again is just a plank movement. We're coming down in plank. We're touching our chest and thighs to the ground. We want those elbows in, not out. And then we're pressing back up with plank. If you can't do that, you're going to do it off your knees. You're going to fight the inchworm, where you come up and curve your back. You want to stay in plank. 2 minutes of that. Then we're going to rest for 60 seconds. Then go into 10 minutes of strength work. This is going to be an EMOM, which is every minute on the minute for 10 minutes, alternating between 2 movements. Minute number 1 is going to be 40 seconds of max dumbbell curls. So again, depending on the weight, we're hammer curling this if you have dumbbells. So that means we're not going to keep the heads out. We're going to keep the head straight up and down and hammer curl for 40 seconds. Again, if you have really heavy weight or you only have 1 dumbbell, you could alternate with 1 dumbbell back and forth. 40 seconds of work. Rest until the start of the next minute. So you have a 20-second rest. And then you're going to move into max dumbbell strict press. So that strict press is straight up and down without using the legs at all for 40 seconds. Then we'll rest for 20 and go back to our hammer curls. We'll do that back and forth for 10 minutes, rest for 60 seconds, and then end with an AMRAP, as many rounds and reps as possible, for 2 minutes of more max push-ups. So getting lots of push-ups in this strength workout today. When we're done with that, we're going to move on to our Metcon for metabolic conditioning. We'll have 4 sets today. Those 4 sets will consist of 3 movements, each a minute long. So we'll do those 3 movements and go through that 4 times. We'll rest for 1 minute in between our sets. So you have 1, 2, 3 minutes of work, a minute of rest, and we'll do that whole thing 4 times. The first one is double dumbbell snatch. We introduced this last week. The double dumbbell snatch can be done from inside the legs. It can be done from outside the legs. Depends on your comfort level and the weights of your dumbbell. This can also be done with a kettlebell. The double dumbbell snatch, I'm going to grab my dumbbells. I'm going to use my hips and a big shrug to get that weight up, and I'm going to snatch underneath it. So it's going to look like that from the side. Snatching that weight above my head. We're going to be working on that for 1 minute, recording your reps. Then we're going to go into the next minute. You have 2 movements. We're going to split that minute apart. 30 seconds of dumbbell floor press and 30 seconds of hollow flutter kick. So the floor press is a version of bench press. It's just from the floor and straight up and down. You don't want to slam your elbows on the ground. And then 30 seconds of flutter kicks. We're just going to get in that hollow position here, and we're fluttering for 30 seconds. All right, so we'll be counting those movements, and then we're going to get to our 3rd minute, which is a max distance run, bike, or row. Now, your choice. If you have a rower or a bike, absolutely you can do that. If you're running, obviously just around the neighborhood, that's fine. If you're working out indoors, you don't have access to any of those things, and you can't run, you can do max jumping jacks for 1 minute. Trust me, I would choose running. All right, when we finish those 3 movements, we're going to rest for 1 minute. Then we're going to start at the top. We're going to go back through that. We're doing that 4 times, and we're going to go ahead and record that in Modify. And then lastly, we have a core finisher. This is an EMOM every minute on the minute for 4 minutes. And that is 2 different movements, 40 seconds of dumbbell side bend, So we're taking our kettlebell, our dumbbell, any sort of weight, and we're just side bending here for 40 seconds. Then we're resting for 20 seconds and starting it on the other side. After we do 4 minutes on that, every minute on the minute, 2 on each side, we're going to do 1 full minute of Russian twist, 60 seconds, just as many as we can do, back and forth, any weight, any plate, any dumbbell will work just fine. That is your Monday, May 4th, Feral 45 at home workout. Hope you enjoyed that. If you have any questions, make sure you send them to us. Have a great day and a great workout. Thanks, guys.